Yes, ladies and gents, welcome back to In the Red Corner podcast with me, Ross. I hope everyone's well. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I'm joined with Andy Bakewell, Bkfc boss man. He put on another amazing card for the Bkfc 46 in Newcastle. I've got a video that will be dropping soon as well. And check out the Instagram as well. Later on, I'll be running a poll to see who you think was fight of the night and knockout of the night. So make sure you cast your vote there. And then tomorrow night, me and Lou Fuse, or the Fuse UK, Lou from the Fuse UK, are going to be doing a joint show, just reviewing the card ourselves as well. So watch out for that one. So I'll bring him in. Here he is, the boss man himself. How are you doing, Andy? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, man. Thank you. Just saying there, brilliant card, fantastic card that you put on again. The show was amazing from start to finish.
Yeah, sorry. Continuing talking. Yeah, there were some great performances. I was really happy with how some of the lads went about it, to be honest with you. It was, there's some real big art shown on the night.
There was.
Some great debuts as well. People like Robert Barry coming in. A really impressive start. David Oscar put on a really big performance. So the headline fight was absolutely crazy.
It was class. It was class. I'm wanting to go through the full card with you, just to spend a couple of minutes on each fight and what your thoughts were on it, and we'll go from there if that's all right.
Yeah, of course, mate. Yeah.
So first of all, in the prelims, we had Carl Thompson versus Lucas Teddy Rebega from Germany. The winner was Carl Thompson with a third round KO. What a way to start the show! That was a brilliant fight.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. To be honest with you. It was the whole card was like that. Would have been crazy. Yeah, cracking debuts, both lads.
Yeah, Rebega getting the knockdown early on, but
yeah, Carl boxed really well. Dustin, he's got one hell of a chin on him, that lad, hasn't he? Both lads will be welcome back with open arms anytime they want to get on.
Yeah.
Just great performances of both of them. Even Dustin, even though he lost, he was superb.
Absolutely.
Crazy toughness. I think he was more tired than anything.
It's something I always think about is, as the oar doesn't mean as much, losing the oar doesn't mean as much in bare knuckle, does it, as it does in boxing?
No. If people go out on the shields like some of the lads, like in Ben Bonner, people like that, there's no shame in losing the way they lost.
Yeah, definitely. And Teddy showed he had balls like King Kong.
Yeah, he's got something like that. Yeah, at least 10 clean shots that would have knocked most people out. Because Carl's no little chap, is he?
Yeah. A lot of amateur fights, Carl, hasn't he?
Yeah, boxing fights. Pedigree of amateur boxing. Dustin had come out of winning one of the last Gronda tournaments, hasn't he?
That's right, yeah. I thought
three fights
one night. Yeah.
So I mean, it was a great fight to start off. Yeah, I was more than happy with a pair of them. I'll be looking to bring them both back over soon. I
got to speak to Teddy at the hotel before and after the fight, and really nice lad as well. Really nice lad.
Yeah, he was just a good professional lad. Just got no trouble whatsoever. Just did everything we asked him to. Great bloke.
He said himself he got a little bit tired after the he thinks his cardio might give him a bit, but he was sat outside the hotel like smoking away. But he knows himself, it's things that he needs to learn and work on and things. So
yeah, he's not a massively experienced fighter, to be honest with you. I think he had under 10 fights all in. But he'll go on to good things. I think he got his fitness up because like Carl was no muppet of a boxer.
Yeah, definitely. So that was, I'll just bring that on there. That was Carl Thompson versus Dustin Rebega. Like we were saying there, unbelievable fight. The next fight we're going to talk about, one of my favourite fighters, one of my favourite people in the world, Aaron Blakey, Christian Nadolski. Aaron Blakey always seems to put on a show. He's had 2 fights there now in the Bkfc, both first round knockouts or stoppages.
Yeah, it's been impressive. His first 2 fights. He's strong. He does all. He's a good lad. He does all the right things. He's surrounded himself with all the right people. You can see he puts his all into training. it's good to see people that are getting some success. He's strong as well as aggressive. Considering he's quite inexperienced, I think this sport suits his style.
Yeah, definitely.
The loose cannon. Quite equal opponents, relatively easily.
Can you see there been a step up in level for Aaron now? Then.
Yeah, definitely. I've got some ideas that I want to run by him. We've got one potential fight lined up. I think he's going to be back out in October.
Yeah.
Can't say where that is going to be yet.
And I'm hearing rumblings that you might have done enough to earn a Bkfc contract as well now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've all about contracts. He's somebody I want to keep with him. I'll get him a contract sorted out though. 100%. Yeah. He deserves it, yeah, because he's one of the guys I want to keep with us and build up and see how far he gets.
Yeah, I think he can go a long, long way. I've always said that. Backed him from the start, and really nice lad, positive lad.
Yeah, he's a great bloke.
Surrounded by the right people as well, and he's a consummate professional. I've actually got him in the background now, so I'll bring him in. Blakey.
How you doing, Blakey?
Hands up. How are you getting on? How are you feeling?
Fat.
Eating. Sweets.
I'm about 87 kilograms.
87 kilo. What was your fight weight?
Yeah, I weighed myself this morning. I was 87 kilograms. I have not stopped eating pizza, burgers. Honestly, do you know what it is though? I'm only doing this for a joke. I bought these and I was gagging to eat them when I couldn't have them. And now I can have them. I'm not that really bothered about them. But yeah, I was buzzing with it. But I'll be back in. I'm going on holiday. Me, Rico, Deck, we're all going to Marbella Thursday. So we'll get as soon as I get back from there. I'm just going to get straight back into training because I keep begging Bakewell to get me a fucking mint fight so I can train like fuck for it. I think there's one. I want a tough fight now. Obviously, I understand that Andy had to put me in and just test me, see what I was about. But I think I've shown that I'm levels above that. I just want something where I'm going to be tested, back and forth battle.
Yeah, I think that's the next step. We need somebody who's going to give you the rounds now.
Yeah, definitely, mate. So hopefully you've got a few things in mind.
The two guys you've been put in with have been a similar sort of experience level to yourself. You just made them look real easy to get through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get that, mate. I get it.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a test for you coming up soon. I think October time is when
I'm looking forward to it. They're the ones that I want.
You're ready for a scrap, aren't you, Aaron? You want to get some rounds in the bank, don't you?
Yeah. I said that to somebody today, Ross. I said, it sounds stupid, and I might be wrong saying it, but I'd rather have a 5-round war and lose in the last round than just go and blast somebody out in the first round.
Yeah.
I'd rather, just because I know I watch these fights like Bonner and stuff like that, and the amount of respect I've got from, I don't care if they win or lose, I'm just watching that fight because it's anyone's game. When they're swinging in like that and they're having a good fight, it's anyone's game in that last round. So yeah, I get, not to say I'd rather lose, but I'd get more from it, if you know what I mean. I'd get more from having an absolute tear up.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Your weight cut was, the last 2 kilos of your weight cut was a little bit difficult for you, weren't they?
Yeah, a little bit.
I've seen him sweating it out in sauna.
Yeah, they were just. It's the timing of it, isn't it? I left that amount really, but yeah, it was. I could get dropped lower. I was going to something else. I was going to speak to Andy about, see if you want me to drop to 77 to make a certain fight happen or any happen. Do you know what I mean? I can drop a little bit. Sorry, it keeps stuttering.
It's all right, no worries. Do you think you could do that as well then, yeah?
Yeah, I spoke to Rico about it and he said that... Sorry, say it again, Andy.
You reckon you could get 75?
I don't know. I'll do it. If I put my mind to it, mate, I'm probably like yourself, Andy. If something's there to be done, there's enough time, I'm sure. Do you know what I mean? I can... I dedicate myself to this.
Yeah. So
if it's something that's going to be done, I love it because it'd be a goal. So, but I spoke to Rico and he said he thinks 74 would be too much because I said, he went, I don't think you could do 74, you know. But yeah, why is there a potential at 75?
Welterweight division is 75 kilo.
Yeah. Yeah, well, probably.
Let's see what fights there, mate. If there's a fight that makes sense, we'll have a talk.
Or is there not a 77?
No, it's 78, 79.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to do 75 then. I just think I carry a little bit, I still can drop a little bit more.
I mean, there's a level score that you want to get down to as low as possible anyway, really.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, amazing show again. I was so impressed with the fights and that, mate. So fair play to you, Andy. But some of the fights are brilliant, mate. Absolutely class. There's some high level guys on there, and I've always said it. I look up to them sort of people, and you know that'll be me one day. But yeah, I'd love to just get up on that. If I get a local show, I'd love to get well up there on that card because.
Yeah, I think the next step is moving you up to the main card after you've impressed everybody in your first 2 fights, mate. You've done everything we've asked you to do. And more, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, class lads. Just a couple of comments there. There's one there. Exposing boxing corruption, they're called. I've noticed the promotion is attracting big names from other fight leagues. Something's definitely pulling the fans across. Congratulations on that. I mean, Kell Brook was at the show, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I think he was there watching Carl Thompson.
Yeah. I never got a chance to speak to him, but I'll get a picture or anything with him, which would have been good. But nice that we're bringing over names like that to even just come and see the show.
Yeah, it's great. It's great having people like that coming over to the events. Just the exposure these guys bring with it. And obviously, they'll be speaking to people.
Yeah.
Just bringing any big names in from pro boxing is massive for the sport. It's just any people that come over is just huge amounts of exposure. I mean, the sport itself still going. Never mind Bkfc as a company.
Yeah.
Andy, what date's the Leeds card?
I can't tell you on here.
Oh, you don't know? Oh, I thought it was released.
I can't say anything yet because it's not been released.
No worries.
Another question as well. Is there any travellers competing in the championship?
Yeah,
there are some, aren't there?
Yeah, we've got a few travelling lads who part in the events.
Yeah,
the travelling lad in it. Jimmy Miller's a travelling lad. I've been in talks with Dougie Joyce. What's he called? Oh, what's his name now? Davy Joyce. Dougie Joyce. Joyce coming over from Ireland. I've been in talks with quite a bit over the last couple of years. I think he's just waiting for the time to be right before he comes over.
Good stuff. Got Lou Fuse in the comments there as well. Big up, Lou. Hope you're well, pal. Next fight we're going to talk about is the Robbie Brown-Ben Atchett fight as well. So Robbie, obviously coming off the back of a fight, an underground fight, which he won. Up against Ben Atchett for this one. A bit of a surprise one for me, that one.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of back and forth going on online between them both. Robbie's original opponent, but we had to pull off because he fought the weekend before and got stopped. So he was on a 30-day suspension.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with the back and forth him and Ben Atchett had going on, they both wanted to fight between each other. So we just made it happen with having a week's notice to go.
Yeah. Great performance from him, though. He done really well. Finished Ben.
He's got a decent fight IQ on him, man. Did all the things right and outside of the range, inside of the clinch. I think you'll see a lot from Robbie. I've got a really good fight lined up from next. John O'Chipchase, who jumped in the ring after it, had a bit of a face off with him. John O's a really high level pro type boxer, but really come forward. Be the toughest to come fighter, John O.
Yeah. Do you think that's a bit much for Robbie for his second fight? I mean, John O's had 400 Thai fights or something, or
he's not as forward as Thai fights, mate.
Has he not?
Robbie Brown's had a hell of a lot of MMA, quite a lot of MMA fights.
Oh, that's true. Put 50 pence in the meter.
Yeah. It's a great match, that. I mean, Thai boxers, some of them would struggle coming over to sort of the boxing side of it with bare knuckle, but I don't think John O''s style kind of suits it. He's just just a proper warhorse, Jono.
Yeah.
Like I said, Robbie's probably just the experiences, Jono, to be fair, just from MMA, K1 and stuff like that. Done licensed boxing. I think he's had not 5 to 7 minute fights, to be honest with
you. Yeah, it was great to see that kind of, the two facing off in the ring, Jono coming in the ring afterwards and things. I don't think it maybe got shown on the app or on the telly. I'm not too sure, but getting Jono into the ring afterwards after the fight and then both squaring off against each other.
Yeah, I mean, we've all done under goodwill as well. There's no malice between them. They're both really just down to decent lads. They just want to build a fight, and it'll be a good fight to build up as well, because it will be a crack of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Lads, I'll let you two discuss this card, and I'll catch you later.
Speak to you, Blakey.
Yeah,
Andy, good to see you, mate. And I'll get them tickets off you for yours.
Yeah, buzzing, mate. I'll give you a call tomorrow or something. Catch up.
Yeah, top man. Cheers, Ross. Cheers, Andy.
No worries, Blakey. Speak to you soon, pal.
See you, pal.
That was the 3 fights in the prelims there we've discussed there. Then it went on to the main card, which was the first of the main card was Patrick Sagan versus Morgan Starkey.
Yeah, that was a crazy surprise, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It was a real big surprise. I mean, Patrick showed a lot of strength in that, didn't he?
I mean, I wasn't expecting. I thought it was going to be a really good, close fight, to be honest. But Patrick's strong as an ox, isn't it? I mean, Morgan's no idiot like he went far. How many rounds did he go? 5 rounds with James Lilly?
Yeah, that's right. In his first fight, first bare knuckle fight.
So Segal has just made a bit of a statement there.
And Morgan came out again in Leeds and he knocked his opponent out in the first round, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, you just can't predict it sometimes. I mean, I was looking at the card, do a couple of fights that I thought might stop early, but that was one I thought was going to go at least 3 to 5 rounds, and first punch of fight. It's like scratching. It's like, especially when a few of the fights they finish early. It's obviously frustrating our part because we try and put on as equally matched fights as possible that are going to give the fans at least hopefully go the distance. That's what we're looking for when we match people. But it's bare knuckle boxing at the end of the day, so it's always going to be difficult to predict which way it's going to go.
Yeah. And it was great to see the Polish fans out in force again. They always bring a great atmosphere. They always make a racket and things when their fighters come out. It was brilliant to see again.
The Polish lads are great to have on all the time. You know what you're going to get with them. Just 9 times out of 10, they're there to the end. You never see many of them boys quit. They're just good, tough lads. They're all just brought up as fighting men, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it. That's tough Eastern European exterior that they've got, haven't they? No messing.
Some of the English guys could do looking at that and following suit, to be honest with you. So
yeah. After that, we had Gary Fox versus Hayden Sheriff. Gary Fox getting the first round KO. Dropping down, was it 3 weights he came down at? So he's more of his natural weight for this fight.
He come down 1 weight division, didn't he? I think he fought the catch weight in his first fight, 72.
Yeah, so he was 145.
But yeah, Gary he came out fast. Just put a lot of pressure on Hayden. I don't think he could. He wasn't able to handle the pressure Gary was putting on.
Yeah,
it was a relentless fight, really, Gary. So I think he'll go quite.
Gary can go a long way. I think I think he's made for the sport.
I do. It's tough as old boots as well. I mean, his first fight, the guy was quite a fair bit bigger than him, and he's very clinical in his first fight, so it just made it very difficult for Gary to sort of have any success with the size difference. And his natural weight at 66 kg, I think he's going to be an headache for most fighters because there's not many people who's going to stop Gary. And he's a real top level fighter as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, ex-pro boxer. Yeah. And he's just, like I say, bare knuckle in his mentality and things. He's just got it. He's just got that in him. He wants to fight. He wants to stand, meet in the middle, and bang it out there.
There's never a backward step with him. He's a pretty impressive guy, to be fair.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Hayden came in slightly overweight as well, didn't he? That was a bit of a.
Yeah. I mean, it's not ideal, is it? But
no.
It's pretty valid. Well, it is what it is. There's not a lot we can do about it now. He got his fines and it's going off. Yeah, he got fines by the governing body. He gave up some of his purse.
Yeah. Next fight after that was the Poland versus Germany, Kroll versus Gosha, and this was It was one hell of a war. This was probably one of the fight of the nights for me.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I agree. It was a crazy fight.
Yeah,
both lads boxed. He's just a vicious fighter, isn't he?
Yeah.
Gosh, he was just tough, relentless, and just carried on at a pretty high pace throughout the fight, didn't he?
Yeah, I didn't get to see Gosh. He was staying at a different hotel, but it looked like he had a similar injury to what Gary Fox had at the last thing, where a bit of a cut lip.
Yeah, I've seen that. I don't think it's quite as bad as Gary's from the London card, but yeah, I think it was quite bad. I mean, to be fair, he showed everyone how tough he was, Gosh, because it was. And so did Kroll, to be honest with you. They were both involved in an absolute war for 5 rounds.
Yeah, just hard heads on them.
Massively impressive, that, to be honest with you.
Hard heads on them. They don't get rocked, it seems, they just come forward and bang it out, don't they? It's brilliant to see.
Yeah, just 2 proper tough lads. I really enjoy stuff like that. It's great to see 2 lads going at it like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why it's up there for fight of the night for me. It was just what you want to see from.
Yeah, I agree.
Paul Cook, Aaron Foster. Paul Cook won by first round TKO.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Foster I have no idea what he was. He made out that he was in good shape coming into this fight, and no idea.
Yeah,
we can even sign up for it, because I mean, Paul, not taking anything away from Paul, because Paul's an absolute top athlete, and we'll see much bigger things from Paul, because he is a class fighter. I was looking forward to having him involved in a good fight, which I'm sure he was as well, to be honest with you. But
he just looked calm and collected.
Yeah,
Paul, he looked like he belonged, like he'd been in there 1,000 times.
From what I've heard, he's grown up boxing with the likes of Mick Terrell and all them boys up to I know he was going to sparring with Lewis Keane and Robert Barry leading up to the fight. I mean, he's been around them guys all his life. He was a very good pro MMA fighter. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see some big things from Paul going forward.
Brilliant.
I don't think we're seeing his opponent back on the card anytime soon,
though. Oscar versus Matty Hill after that. Oscar round 1 TKO.
Yeah,
showed his toughness again. Probably
frightening lad.
Yeah. It just shows. I mean, he fought Lee Brown. Lee Brown went the 5 rounds with him, and that just shows how tough Lee Brown is as well, doesn't it? But
yeah, I mean, not David seemed to come in much better shape this time as well. I think he'd worked on a lot of his boxing. I mean, Matty Hill was a very capable unlicensed boxer. He had a very good record as an unlicensed boxer. I've seen him. I was expecting big things from Matty, but David just smothered his work. Matty just couldn't get his boxing off. David just too tough and strong.
Yeah. Like you said there, from what I knew of Matty Hill as well, I expected a little bit more from him, but
I think he was I just think David was too strong, too tough. They just walloped straight through his boxing shots. It's not a lot you can do when you hit somebody clean in the face and they don't stop him coming forward.
That's it, yeah.
And it just when you get older as well, Matty's a big, strong lad as well, and David just powered him, didn't he?
Yeah, David's arms, they're like thighs. They're massive, like.
Yeah,
huge.
He's going to be a menace for most people in this division, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Moving on then to Lewis Keane versus Pernica from the Czech Republic.
Good performance from Pernica as well. I mean, obviously Lewis Keane, great finish at the end, boxed really well all the way through. It was a good little test for him, which we expected, to be honest with you, because I mean, Pernica had gone 5 rounds with Luke Nevin previously. Pernica fought well. It was give Lewis a pretty tough night, to be honest with you, until he got caught up with a really good body shot.
Yeah.
Which you can't really take that away from him, to be honest with you, because I can't imagine it felt too pleasant.
No, definitely not. Obviously, there's a lot of noise about Lewis Keane. Obviously, being a young gun, still plenty of time ahead of himself, but he's making waves, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a top prospect, Lewis. He's a good kid as well. He trains by Andy Davison, and he's a top coach. Him and Baz have put all tools.
Yeah. And Gareth from Capo Training doing his strength and conditioning as well.
They do a great team up there. They're producing some brilliant fighters from that gym.
They do. Like I was saying last time Yorkshire seemed to be the hub, but the North East has got a big, stable of fighters as well, hasn't it? Top class.
Yeah, there's some top lads coming through between like Paul Cook, Lewis Keane, Robert Barry, obviously Mick Terrell. There's some real cracking lads coming through. I mean, Ben Bonner's is from over there as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
All top lads. Great to have them on the actual card.
Yeah, brilliant. I'm looking forward to see what's next for Lewis, to be honest. I think he's going to go a long way in the sport.
Decent line. I think we've got something good lined up for Lewis in October again. I've got quite a decent now. It's pretty much set in stone. That one. I just need to confirm it this week. All the dates are confirmed.
Excellent. Look forward to finding out about that one then. Another lad from the northeast. Well, two lads. You mentioned him a couple of times. Ben Bonner versus Robert Barry. Robert Barry, round 5 KO. It was just class. It was, like I said, it was all night. It was class. But this fight, I mean, a lot of noise about Rob Barry being a young gun as well.
Yeah.
He knows what to do. He seemed cool, calm, collected. It was a great debut from him against Ben, who's no fool either.
Ben boxed well, to be honest. I thought Ben boxed really well, but I think Robert Barry he just stalked to the opponent, didn't he? He just did with just malice. He just looked strong as an ox. Just malice in everything he does as well. And I think he'll go far in this game.
Yeah. And Ben Bonner,
to be honest, I mean Ben did great. I mean, he showed so much like heart and determination. I mean, there were plenty of times he could have stopped fighting. I don't think anybody would have really held it against him, but he carried on till it was clearly taking him over at the end.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, the pair of them boxed well. It was just a great fight, a good clash of styles. I mean, Ben's got great movement in and out kind of fighter. Then Robert Barry just stalks his prey, doesn't he?
Yeah. Show what Ben showed as well, the heart and the determination, the grit, getting back up, and just his stock goes up. It doesn't, he might have lost, but his stock still goes up.
I mean,
he showed what it's all about.
A few times about that. I mean, he was a bit disheartened after it, which he would be like, but I mean, he's 100% going to be coming back fighting for us. It's exactly the sort of attitude we kind of want from fighters, just not willing to quit.
Yeah, I spoke to Ben afterwards at the hotel, and he was saying, he was gutted, and like you say, he was gutted, and rightly so. But he was like, we don't lose, we learn, and he'll go away, he'll come back stronger. I don't doubt that at all.
No, me neither. I'm going to see how he sort of heals up over the next week or so. I'm going to try and catch up with him in the next few days and have a chat, see where he's up to. But I think we were talking about getting him out again pretty soon. I don't think he's got any breaks or anything. I think he's just a little bit tender.
Yeah.
A bit sore.
And then the main event, Rico Franco, Caleb Harris.
Yeah, that was
what a fight.
Crazy. Yeah, it was a crazy fight.
The most knockdowns in one fight, I think it was, in the history of the Bkfc. I think was it 9 altogether or 10? Caleb Harris just has no quit in him, does he?
He's one tough man. He's probably one of the toughest guys I've ever sort of witnessed fight. I mean, it's just crazy how he just got up and it wasn't like he was getting up on wobbly feet. He was getting up. His legs were strong. He was coherent. I mean, if the judges they really switched on the referees, I mean, if they thought for at any point he was unable or in danger, they'd have pulled it straight away. I mean, I was quite surprised they were continuing to let it go, but I mean, they're the ones stood in front of him. So when he's standing up, if there was any one sign that he wasn't ready to go again, and he was fighting back as well. But
it was. I mean, he caught Rico himself, didn't he? And wobbled Rico after he'd been down a couple of times. And
I mean, he won the 4th round. To be fair to him,
I'll give him the 4th.
I get why people kind of saying like maybe a bit too many knockdowns. There's got to be some sort of limit to it. But I mean, he's a really tough guy, and he was still fighting back. And every time he stood up, he was ready to go again.
He was. Every time he dragged himself back up off the ground, and he just stood there, hands up. Referee obviously, like you say, said, seen what he saw and thought he's good to go.
Fair play to the guys. Like, a good bloke as well. He was a bit disappointed after it, but I mean, he can't really give much more in there, could
he? Yeah. Rico called his shot as well. The left hand was gonna knock him out.
Yeah, it's good to see Rico back at the top of the sort of food chain again as well. I think there's going to be some real big fights coming his way soon.
Yeah, definitely.
He deserves, he's one of the best fighters in the sport. He has been. He's been pretty much the who's who of BKB.
Yeah.
It'll be good to see how far he gets in Bkfc.
Definitely. His, that was his third camp back to back. I think he's having a little bit of time off now. He's getting married in August, so wish him all the best with that. Congratulations. Like you say, he's going away with Blakey to Marbella on Thursday, I think. So
yeah, I was saying, yeah.
So I think he'll probably need the time off as well, just to rest and recuperate. 3 fight camps back to back.
Yeah, it's been a bit much. He's done what he needed to do, though. He's got himself back to the top.
Yeah, he's climbed that food chain, hasn't he?
That's a lot over the last few months. So, and Joe Rico's one of the soundest guys you can sort of hope to work with.
Yeah.
Never causes any bother, does everything. You ask him, never whinges about anything, just cracks on.
Yeah.
It's good to see him get where he's got to.
Definitely. He did confirm yesterday on his Instagram that he's got a hairline fracture in his left hand.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I did see him shake it out a couple of times. It didn't stop him from throwing it, mind.
No.
But it was class. It was just a brilliant. I've never seen a fight like it. Rocky-esque how he kept getting back up.
Yeah, it was phenomenal, to be fair.
Yeah. So the next show we've got, there's no dates been announced yet, is there?
No. I can't really release anything in a minute.
Yeah.
I've got a meeting tomorrow. I'm hoping we're going to get something concrete. I mean, I've got the dates confirmed, but I just can't release anything yet.
Yeah. And one last thing as well, you're coming out of retirement for a fight, the co-main event on the Straightener show for Mickey Terrell and Andy Davidson show, 29th of July at the Walker Dome, where the last BKFC event was. Are you selling the tickets yourself?
Yeah, I'm just selling them to all my friends and family.
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to getting back out fighting again. It's been about 3.5, 4 years now since I last fought, so I've been enjoying training again, just sort of getting myself back into shape and just getting a bit of a bug back for it, to be honest with you. Well, I don't know how many we'll do, probably just the one. I'll potter off back into retirement.
Brilliant. Well, I won't keep you any longer. But thank you very much for your time, and I'll be in touch.
Yeah, nice
keep in touch. Yeah, nice one. Speak to you soon, pal. Ta-ra. Yes, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us there with Andy Bakewell. Top man, doing a great job as always. Someone put there. Oh no, that wasn't it. Was that? Yeah, you can just tell Andy can't be asked to talk. Just how he is, just quite dry. But appreciate everyone jumping in the comments there. Thank you very much. Big Rob Cunningham, always a pleasure, pal. I'll be speaking to you soon. Lindsay, the Fuse UK, big up the Fuse UK. Go over and subscribe to his channel. He's a top man. A lot of time for Lou. We'll be doing a show tomorrow night, reviewing the show as well, playing a few clips. So stay tuned for that one. Buzzing to see how far Aaron can go. Definitely needs moving up the card. I agree. Back to Aaron from the start. I've seen something special in him, and he's going to go well. Polish fans are brilliant. Polish fans were brilliant. Lindsay, they come out in force. The flags are flying. The scarves are going. There was just one fella there with his top off. Brilliant. Foxy looked great. It did look great. Oscar's a beast. Yes, he is. Just a tough man. Rick Doherty, top night. Ben was unlucky. Barry's a beast. Tough as all boots. Both men tough as all boots. And like I say, I don't think you lose stock. I don't think Ben lost any stock there. I think his stock goes up, showing what he showed, showing the balls that he's got. And that would be a good fight. Rico win there. Yeah. Oh, sorry, that was from a reply from that one. I'd love to see Rico and Teeny again. I think that's going to happen at some point. It's going to have to, isn't it? It's going to have to. I think they both want it. I think the fans want it. So we'll see what happens. Time will tell. But yeah, like I said, tomorrow night, me and Lou, Fuse UK, going to be doing a show, showing some fight clips for anyone that hasn't seen it. So make sure you come over and watch that one. Jab the subscribe button, jab the like button, or don't. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you. What's this man now on the phone? Luke sends a message. Yeah, thanks very much for joining us, everyone. Much appreciated. See you tomorrow night.
For the fight fans joining us and the millions watching around the world.